Welcome to Rage You Nerds, I'm Mr. Cack, and joining me is Al, and we are talking about something that we love with a furious passion, and that's anime. There are 3 series, to be exact, that we're currently watching weekly as they drop. Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village arc, Hell's Paradise, and my favorite, it's a guilty pleasure, Mashle Magic and Muscle. You may know all 3 of these series, you may only know 1 or 2, but we encourage you to listen along to get a better idea of what the heck's going on with these animes and see if you want to join in on the adventure too. We hope you do. Anime's becoming super popular, and you want to be popular too, right? You know another way to get popular? Liking this video and subscribing to our channel? I'm just saying. It's just science. Alright, enjoy, and we will see you on the next video. Drop a comment down below about your thoughts on these anime series, and or is there an anime series out there that you would strongly encourage us to get into? Let us know. Alright, see ya. Alright, so we are currently in the thick of watching 3 shared anime series together. I'm watching One Piece as well. Is there anything else I'm watching that you're not currently watching? I don't think so. I think One Piece is the only thing outside of this list. Because the other 3 are these, because I haven't been keeping up with My Hero Academia from the anime side. I've been reading the manga. Jujutsu Kaisen hasn't come out with a new season yet. Chainsaw Man hasn't come out with the new season yet. So yeah, I think these are the only animes I'm currently on outside of One Piece. So we have Mashle, we have Demon Slayer, and we have Hell's Paradise. We've already been talking about Demon Slayer. We've already been talking about Hell's Paradise. Let's transition right quick and let's talk about Mashle and get the listening audience caught up here. Al, I encouraged you to watch Mashle. I've told everyone that I've encouraged to watch Mashle Magic and Muscle to go in with the lens of knowing that this is essentially One Punch Man meets Harry Potter. So you have a wizarding world where magic rules supreme. The higher your magic power, the more illustrious and better life is for you. Kind of a similar tone of what Black Clover established. But where Black Clover, allowed people to not have magic, they were just the filth of society. Mashle kills off people without any trace of magical power, and you know that someone doesn't have magical power if they don't have a line mark upon their face.
Correct.
Of course, our young protagonist, Mashle, does not have it. But what he makes up for, or what he lacks in magic, he makes up for in the fact that he is the most muscular son of a bitch in all the land. Al, how has your experience these first, 5 episodes of Mashle been? I think 5 or 4.
4 or 5, yeah, somewhere in there.
How's it been for you?
This has been a good little romp of a different kind of anime I watch. I started watching it and then I messaged you and I was like, they just ripped off a Harry Potter on every episode. Essentially he is Harry Potter, Mashle is, just with no magical powers. And he uses his muscles to do everything to get into school. And it's been hilarious watching the Quidditch match, or whatever they call it in this, and watching him fly with this, kicking his legs to keep himself in the air, and throwing the whatever, I can't remember what it's called, but throwing the ball through the hoop, like in a circle, and scoring 999 points, and everybody just flabbergasted. It's just good. It's a good laugh. It may not be the best, and it may not look the best, but it's funny. You'll laugh. It'll be over before you know it when you start watching it, because it catches you, it gets your attention. So it's great. I highly recommend it to anybody if you're just looking for a different kind of anime.
It is just such a good time, man. And I will say, it may not be the most, epic looking, especially when we're currently watching Demon Slayer, and even Hell's Paradise is very beautifully drawn. It may not be that, but it has its moments, especially when it's highlighting just how much the muscle usage of Mashle is to get out of whatever predicament it is. Like, it has some pretty good art style work in there. So I like it. I like it a whole lot. And it's a consistently goofy a series. There are moments where it's going to try to take itself seriously, only to be reminded by its main character, who's the one true love in his life is cream puffs. And I did appreciate this last episode that he was being asked to think about what the most important thing in the world is, and his first answer was cream puff, and the guy was like, wrong. And then he actually gave off some actual answers, which he still was told wrong until he went back there. I mean, this last episode introduced an antagonist for the episode, who is a very strong magical user, someone that's being, at least has the possibility, because they have 2 lines on their face, of being able to ascend to the highest echelon of the magic universe. And his big villainy quirk is that he has a sister complex, and he's very open and honest about his creepy obsession with his sister. So it's one of those things. And unlike traditional Japanese, where of course that's the joke, the whole, sister complex or lolicon is what it's called, where there's this obsession with, a woman who looks more underdeveloped. Japan is weird. So that's what Mash was accusing him of at first when he saw the picture in his pendant. And he's like, no, I have a sister complex. Like, that was better, which, out of everything, Mash is calling attention to, 1, what that guy is wrong. 2, should I call the cops? And 3, it doesn't make it any better that you have a sister complex over a lolicon fetish. So very rarely will you see that in a Japanese produced medium, because most Japanese content is made by some weird people that you probably shouldn't dig too much further into, because you may not like what you find. Like, I have a strong feeling that for as much as we have our Me Too movement over here, if that was ever implemented in Japan, there would no longer be most media in Japan. I don't think they need to go down that road. That culture is pretty steeped in the fact that got some pretty fucked up parts to it. Anyways, MASH is awesome. I love it. I'm excited to watch this continue to go. I think it's only going to get even weirder for you. But it has some moments where the intensity picks up. But there's always going to be a constant reminder, and he has a bad haircut, and his name is Mashle, that you can't take this too seriously, because he's not taking it too seriously. And if he ever does take it seriously, Al, I don't know what's going to happen. Dude's jacked. Dude is making it look like he's doing magic with just his muscles. And we haven't seen him. We haven't seen his final form yet. Al, okay. Who knows? Who knows what may lie out there? But for the most part, he is just going to be goofing on people. Ooh, what's this?
We don't have to watch it right now, but it's a new anime that's coming out sometime soon.
Is that the weird Power Rangers one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I read about an article. I think maybe you shared an article when comicbook.com first posted a couple months or whatever ago. It's a very interesting concept. I like me a Power Rangers ripoff, and I like me a Dark Power Rangers ripoff. Demon Slayer is now on episode 4. 4. And crap's popping off, Al.
Yeah, very quickly.
How'd you feel about this last week's episode of Demon Slayer?
Every episode's been phenomenal. I think it's just going to get better from here on out. We've got fighting. We've got demons getting killed. We've got Hashira showing up. We got the Love Hashira finally coming back. It's just a great anime. It looks phenomenal. It sometimes you might notice that it kind of looks like has some theatrical effects in it. Where and I don't know, this is one of the first kind of animes that I've noticed that in here recently, and it's just been great. if you have never watched Demon Slayer, you've got to watch it because it's gonna be one of the best. It may be one of the new like top 3 or whatever they call it when it was One Piece, Naruto.
Oh, the big 3.
The big three. It's gonna be one of those. I feel absolutely.
Yeah. And that honestly is a point of contention on the anime manga Twitter or social media of always arguing if a series is overtaking one of the big 3 or if there's establishment of a new big 3. Anime nerds get real worked up over that stuff. So careful what you're doing. I mean, this episode was awesome. We still don't know the full impact of the upper rank demon that's in the vase, but there's a lot of vases and a lot of fish demons going around causing a lot of trouble. And it doesn't seem like the Swordsmith Village is all that well equipped for as many swords and weapons as they possibly have on their grounds. They ain't ready for this jelly as the fish demons are running amok. You then have Tanjiro, Genya, Nezuka, and that's it.
Genya.
Fighting. Genya's the Mohawk boy.
Yeah.
Fighting the other upper 6 demon, who has split himself into 4 wonderful individuals that seem damn near indestructible. Tanjiro outsmarted one of them, and they all have different personalities to an extent, and they all have different abilities. Tanjiro also realized a limit to their splitting properties. They can only split so much before there's diminishing returns. So in theory, you could slice and dice them to pieces and that may work, but it seems like it's going to be a big war of attrition if you go that route, and I feel like the demons probably have the upper hand in that. You have Nezuka's demon blood art, where she basically just sets demons on fire because her blood is poison to them. Proving to be pretty effective, but not fatal. Nothing Tanjiro so far has been able to do has been fatal. He's kind of figured out that cutting the mark on their tongue slows down the regeneration, but not enough to be a big change of pace for him. And Genya kind of got his ass whooped a whole lot. He prayed a little bit after getting gutted and got back up and kept on fighting. So who knows where we're going with all this? What are you? So as you said, our love Hashira's on her way. The Mist Hashira's on his way to check out what's going on with the swordsmith working on Tanjiro's blade. And just to let you know, next week's episode is titled Bright Red Sword. So what are your hopes or expectations for next week's episode?
With that title, obviously we're going to see this new sword. We're going to see what this metal and type of sword was from 300 years ago that helped stop, I guess, a powerful demon back then. Who's going to use it first is what I'm trying to figure out. Is it going to be the Mist Hashira or is it going to be Tanjiro? And is it going to help stop? Is it upper 4 the splitter?
I think so.
Is it going to help Tanjiro figure out what he needs to do to be able to kill this demon? And so I say we're probably going to kill at least one of these uppers maybe this week, because this will be, well, no, it's only episode 5, so it may go for another episode, at least halfway before they kill one.
So you're thinking maybe we'll get the demise, maybe the good guys are going to have a little rally?
I think they'll finally get together and rally up and against the 2 demons. I think the 2 demons will get together, because like Tanjiro just got knocked out and so did Nezuko, so I don't know what's about to happen with those 2. And then Genya is, look, he's got some weird ability too. He's not a Hashira though, is he?
He is not, but he may be, maybe he's got some involved. So we know for sure that his brother is the Wind Hashira, the kind of Byakko looking, or Bakugo looking guy.
Oh, okay.
That's also very angry and has a scar upon his face that wanted to kill Tanjiro's sister whenever they met the master. I don't know if you remember that from like season 1. Yes. But we know another Hashima that does prayers and has said a prayer that Genya just said, and that is the stone Hashira or Hashima. Blah, 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 blah. And he is our, he looks blind because his eyes were all whited out and he had a big scar going across his forehead. But, what's the connection there? I don't know. Well, I guess we're going to have to watch and find out. But yeah, no, it's, not looking good, though. It's not looking good for our heroes. They need something. And it is an interesting choice that the reinforcements is a big booba gal. I didn't know this was the bikinis, pools, and hot tubs stream coming to save. I mean, I guess that's how it's worked out in real life is big boobas come in and rescue the streaming services. Big boobas come in and help the Sword Village. It's just, it's the way, it's the circle of life, baby. Circle of life. But I am excited to keep seeing it. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful to watch. I've already read it all, so I know how the story is going to go. It's just beautiful to watch it unfold in animation. Hell's Paradise is the last anime that was on our agenda this past week. What in the ever-loving F do you make? Which, I mean, honestly, for the most part, a relatively chill episode. But we kind of see that, one, there are other survivors out there. 2, there are other not survivors out there. And 3, it ain't that easy to just leave this island, it appears. So, Al, what'd you think of this week's episode of Hell's Paradise?
It's kind of slow. It's unfortunate. I'm trying to hang in there. I'm ready for it to pop off and there'll be some major fighting happen. I know it's coming. I'm trying to hang in there. We see another group that are it's a male. What I can't think what they call them.
The Asimon.
Yeah, Asimon, and then apparently he didn't realize that he was watching over a female. And we've got the main protagonist. They're moving on forward. They're trying to get the female Asimon to go home, which I knew that wasn't gonna happen because she disobeys every order. And then I guess the big guy that shows up at the end is the one Asumon's person that he was watching over. I thought he killed at the first couple episodes.
So that guy that shows up at the end is the one that one hit KO'd, who we assumed would be the strongest of the Asimon, the guy with the eye patch.
Yeah.
This is the criminal that smacked him into fucking utter shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Upon a tree.
and so he's, I guess, out to kill the rest of them, and I guess the other criminals. And so I'm ready to see another fight, because we did get to see a fight in maybe episode 2 or 3 where the main protagonist fought another criminal and just whooped his ass. But I just need, you get Demon Slayer and it's just been fight after fight after fight. But I understand that we've already established 2 seasons before. So I know there's some build up to it, and I'm just trying to hang in there. But it looks great. The story's not terrible. It just needs to progress a little quicker, I think.
So there are still more people yet to be revealed. I can promise you this, within the next 3 episodes, shit's gonna go downhill very quickly. And honestly, for your battle craziness, this next episode, that big guy,
yeah,
he ain't going down like no bitch. He's a problem, Al. He is a problem, and they're gonna do a Demon Slayer to you. Some of these people may have tragic backstories.
Okay.
they made Demon Slayer you a little bit. That was the thing that always got me with Demon Slayer is like you see these demons, you hate these demons, and then like in the process before they get beheaded, you know, Tanjiro like understands their soul, and you see that like, you know, they were just trying to find love, or they were just trying to stay with their sibling in a bad situation. It's just like, wow, fuck, man. Like, that sucks. Like, I can't believe I rooted for this asshole to die the whole time. So yeah. But in all fairness, Demon Slayer isn't that much further away from everything going to shit too.
Yeah.
Mashle's a good deals away for people for things going to shit. If really ever, honestly. It does get pretty bleak at a certain point, but that's at the end of the series. Who knows if the anime will go that long.
Yeah.
But Demon Slayer's reaching its oh poop moment very quickly in its progression, and honestly, Hell's Paradise is about to pick up the hell side of thing, and really you just have to give it you'll be introduced to the thing that's gonna make you realize, oh, this ain't good. Probably in 2 or 3 more episodes, but I'd say give it 5 more episodes. I know that's asking a lot. Give it another half of the season you've seen so far. But honestly, once a certain thing is introduced, you're gonna realize that Hell's Paradise, I mean, a little bit less of that paradise, a lot of bit of that Hills. Like, things do not get better.
All 3 have been great, so I will say they've all been great picks.
Smash the dinghy.
Just give them a chance, hang in there. They get better as they go.